Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video on my channel. So, because the past couple of AFK guides have gone down very well, I just wanted to cover quite a good training spot. Now, it's going to be nothing fancy, it's going to be nothing new. We're going to go over Abyssal Demons. Now, Abyssal Demons are probably one of the best ways to train your Invention, and actually probably a very good and viable way to train your Necromancy, especially if you're at that level where you're just a bit too weak to kill the Savages and the Beasts, but you're definitely higher than killing the Anakus and Corrupted Skeletons of the world, and you're looking for something a bit better and definitely more better in terms of loot. So in terms of the Abyssal Demons, one thing which was making them highly profitable at the minute was the Pure Essence. Now Pure Essence has gone down a bit, so it's nowhere near as good as it has been for the past couple of weeks, but it's still something where, compared to other methods, is actually decent GP. So along with Abyssal Demons as well, we're going to be trying another creature in the Slayer Tower, and that's going to be Necros. So Abyssal Demons is the best one, it's going to be the best XP, and it's going to be the best in terms of drops and profit. Roughly looking to be something like 5 mil profit per hour without Death Note, and Death Note is the archaeology relic, needed at 103 to note your ashes and bones. You can also do this with magic notepaper, that is more than able to be done. But other drops which will generally add up over time is your alchemy balls from the large plated rune salvage, medium bladed Addy salvage, tiny rune salvage, and tiny spike salvage. That'll add up to a decent amount of cash per hour, looking to be about 2 to 3 mil. Coin drops as well are a decent chunk, it's going to be 500 XP, and if you've got the XP capacitators, very good to go in charge as well. Like I said, Abyssal Demons are probably one of the best things to do for Invention, but with Necromancy being a new skill as well, I'm sure they're very viable to be doing as a training method for Necromancy as well. So I thought it was worth doing before we left to check the price of Pure Essence, because it has gone down an awful lot. So we want to be realistic with what we're dealing with in terms of a price for Pure Essence. So that is currently under the GE. So the GE medium price was 177. So we're roughly about a quarter under where we should be. 172 though is still very high for Pure Essence, and will still be decent profit. And what we're doing here, it's more for the benefit of how highly AFK it is. Now, like I said before, it would be good to use this for an Invention method, but you can use any form of combat here. This is a great combat training monster, whether you want to do it with magic, melee, range, or necromancy. It is really easy and pretty good XP and profits per hour. Now, what you want to be using is the area of effect abilities, AoEs, because it will be able to group them all together and make it the best damage output, kills per hour, and also profit per hour. So what I would recommend is your best armor, and if you've got perks such as Demon Slayer, Ruthless, and Scavenging for those Invention components, very nice. And something like a Bunyip for gradual healing as well. Soul Split is very nice, but if you don't have Soul Split, Vampirism Aura and Blood Amulet of Fury are good. In terms of items to make more profit, the Gem Bag's really nice because they do drop a lot of gems. The Spring Cleaner will auto out all the salvage, which is still really nice. And little items like the Enchanted Excalibur and the Ancient Ritual Shard will also give you a little bit of healing and prayer over time. In terms of an info though, in terms of Abyssal Demons, they really are sort of out the power curve now. So in terms of a setup, all I would take is 2 Aggression Overloads or Overloads and Aggression Potions, Excalibur, the Ancient Ritual Shard. I would also take, just because I've got it, I'll take a Herb Bag. The Attuned Exoplasmate is very good as well because they drop ashes. Alternatively, you can take Magic Notepaper, which I think I'm going to take. So I have the Exoplasmate there. I've just banked it. A Bunyip will cover you pretty much for all your HP. If you are a lower level and you're going to be AFK for a little bit, again, you can take some food or you can rebank, whichever you do prefer. The more info space you've got to work with, the better. And that's pretty much it. And like I said before, it was very much worthwhile doing this while training your Invention components. This would be great for Invention XP as well as Combat XP as well. I would highly recommend having the Charming Imp as well, as they are very good for Crimson Charms. Not so much for your blues and greens, but Crimson are its base charms and it drops a very high rate, and it's actually a very decent charm boss as well for what it is. And nowadays Abyssal Demons aren't quite on the mountain as much as they used to be. They're pretty much a mid-tier Slayer monster now. They're nowhere near the level they used to be, so again, not really high requirements for now. You do need 85 Slayer, which with Slayer XP nowadays really isn't much. Even if you didn't want to train Slayer, it's probably a month or 2 of doing your Reaper tasks. And yeah, so where we're going to kill them, we're going to kill them in Mauritania, mainly for the Necros, because they have a slight bonus on top for the Abyssal Demons. And Necros are very much an alternative. They won't be as good profit in a minute. There's something I want to go and check as well. And the reason we're going to be checking them is because Necros, I don't know why Abyssal Demons don't, they actually drop the Congealed Blood. Now, from Market Watch, this has been rising heavily because it's involved in the potions. So if you can get a decent amount of Congealed Blood per hour, so it's 824 GP, that can rack up quite quick to be a decent amount of profit. So 825 GP is what we would sell that for. So I'm going to go and teleport to the Mauritania Slayer Tower now. You can do this with the Mask of the Abyss, which is just there. Now again, you don't need to kill them at the Slayer Tower. If you do Necros, which is levels 80 Slayer requirements, bit of Congealed Blood, whether you're not like 80 Slayer yet or Congealed Blood actually makes Necros more profit, I don't think they will. I think they just be a nice little addition to Necros. I think Necros will level out at something like 2 mil profit per hour, so Abyssal Demons are definitely preferable. If you didn't have the Slayer level and you only had level 80, Necros could be an option if you fancied some AFK training on your way through your Slayer progress. So I'm going to go to the top floor of the Slayer Tower. Now, there's 2 rooms you can kill the Abyssal Demons in. I don't kill them here, I go upstairs. There's someone already here, so we'll have to hop. But you're more than happy to go and kill him here as well. We're going to run like 2 aggression potions and see how we do for profit. We also have, I tell you what, no, I want to do it on the best one. So I'm just going to hop around. Right, that didn't actually take that long. So aggression potion, I'm going to play Soul Split. Now, in terms of this, you can do a couple methods for your prayer. You can bring some prayer potions. You could use your Demon Horn Necklace and your Ectoplasmator, which will give you pretty much infinite prayer. Now, I've not done that because I wanted to do the Infernal Ashes collection to see what we can make profit-wise. Again, if you can, do the Death Note ability. I should have done it, but I wanted to show you guys how it is like this. In terms of a bar, nothing too manic, although I really should have brought some familiars again. So, back to it. So anyway, I've gone for a pretty basic bar, and again, have a play with it, see what works for you. Very good AoE abilities are the Death Skulls, so that is something you'd want on your bar sort of like a first attempt. The Siphon ability as well is very good. Will always be good to get your HP back as well. And also a good method to like tag the Abyssal Demons. So that is nice. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like you just sit AFK and then press space on the bar. And you just collect all the loot from there. So I'm actually going to withdraw all the cash. Again, it takes a little bit of a while just to like get the invo set up. Nothing too harsh. Now, Zombie is a great option for like an AoE bar. As is your Scythe. This is actually more of a setup for an AoE bar, to be fair. Go. Now, at this spot, occasionally you will get some of the Necros come over and they will attack you. They're nothing too hard, but they will give you the Accursed Ashes, or they'll give something like that as well. So, it is what it is. There's nothing too, like, painful. But that's pretty much it. So, in terms of Necromancy, you are going to be looking at something like 5 to 7.5 mil per hour, depending on what you want to do it with. It is very much better to do it with the Death Note Aura, because that will basically do all the noting for you, be much more laid back. But I just wanted to prove that you could do it with like the normal magic note paper if that wasn't an option. Magic, so I'll just go for a couple of price checks. So because of the kills per hour, normal melee not picking up the ashes is going to net you a profit of about 3 mil per hour, which for the training method you're looking to use Abyssal Demons for is pretty good. Melee with Death Note Paper is going to bring you a profit of 7.5 mil. Magic with Note Paper is going to bring you a profit of 10 mil. And Necromancy is going to bring you a profit of 8.5 mil. Now that is with Pure Essence at the GE price. You're going to make a little bit less because Pure Essence is a little bit down. But it's a very solid way of making profit for something which will train your Necromancy, Invention, other combat stats as well. If you've got an account which is fresh, maybe you've just made a brand new account, 85 Slayer is something which is very achievable, but then will give you access to Abyssal Demons, which could pretty much set the account up for some AFK training, and the ability to get his Invention level up, its combat level up, a little bit of prayer, but also the fact he could bank quite a few levels of summoning is also a very good option as well. Now, admittedly, the Archglacior makes summoning quite easy now, but if you wanted it as an option, it is there as well. So I'm going to finish off these 2 doses of Overload, and I'll come back with a rough 88 on the price. So that is the end of the Abyssal Demon. 12 minutes there, and yeah, not too bad. So I think we were something like I would say we made about 300k. Wow. Yeah. Let's go 300k cash we've made. So if I throw all these in together, so 300k. Pure Essence, again, not as high as what we think. Fire Orbs, Fire Runes. These are from Necro, so I'm not going to include them. And Ashes. So just under a mil, and we'll make that 5 times over per hour. So again, 6 mil per hour. Really can't complain. Invention XP was nice. Very much AFK. Again, I made a little bit of a mistake. you do need soul split up here, and I didn't do that. So it was a little bit of keeping an eye on my HP. But the blood siphon, if that's in your ability, like sort of rotation, it will look after you pretty well. That's basically an auto like max heal, which is nice. I wanted to try Necros, but I'm going to try them downstairs because it's a bit more compact. It's they are quite split up here, so I'm just going to hop back downstairs and yeah, see what they're like. Now with Necros, I'm just going to give them a quick overload dose. I'm going to drop the death runes and the blood. So the wiki said these are roughly about 700k per hour profit, but it didn't contain congealed blood. So I'm hoping that having a decent amount of that per hour should seriously like ramp up how much it is per hour. You're going to need quite a lot though to make a big difference, but I thought it was worth having a quick look, see if it is there. But again, this is a level 80 Slayer monster. It's quite AFK. It's very much suited to Necromancy because of its type. It is a ghost/demon thing, so things like salves will work here. Necro's drop is mainly around like seeds and stuff like that. But it isn't too bad. There will also be alcohols. You will also be getting ashes, which again, the note relic will really help there. Very good for crimson, so they are pretty much like a lower tiered Abyssal demon. The drop table is just not as good. But again, nothing major, just a nice like overload dose, just to see what it was like. I didn't expect much from these, which is why I don't want to go too heavy. But again, it's a nice early level alternative to do instead. They are quite spread out, so it's quite hard to get quite a few, especially if you've got high kill speed as well. So let's do a little bit of a price check. I'm not going to go for the cash because they don't really drop like much in terms of the alcohols. 78 essences, Inferno Ashes, which are stupidly cheap, by the way. I don't know why they're that cheap. Yeah, again, nothing great. Definitely push the extra 5 Slayer levels for Abyssal Demons. But again, a nice little Necromancy-like monster to kill. A little bit of profit on the side. And but that will be the end of this video. Obviously, I've been doing a couple of AFK methods. I'm doing these little videos where I'm tying them all together because I think it's been quite good. Rather than make one video about a method I did a little while ago, I can just do 3 or 4 in a video to say, look, this is what they currently are now. And it saves you guys having to like wait for individual videos. We can just cram them together, just so the more value, I think. So every time we release an AFK money making video or a money making video, I'll make sure to throw in a couple of methods, just so each video has a bit more value than normal. So hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys enjoyed me doing it like that as well. If you'd rather me do it like one per video, let me know in the comments. Or if you're happy with this kind of style, make sure to drop down in the comments as well. And I'll make sure I can do that for the rest of these money making guides. But again, hope you guys enjoyed. If you have, please leave me a like. Please subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.